let's move to our next presentation by Sidhartha Dash, who is Pan-India Chief Procurement Officer with Tata Steel Processing and Distribution Limited. He holds a rich experience of more than 16 years. He has contributed to various functions of Tata Steel, starting with LRP project construction, strategic sourcing initiatives of Tata Steel under 𝗬𝗺𝗍 and Hamilton MRO Logistics and EPA Commercial, Growth Logistics of Tata Steel and Growth Project. Can we welcome Sidharth with big round of applause, please?
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. Yeah, so I'm Sidharth from 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗃. 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃 stands for Tata Steel Downstream Products Limited, which is a downstream of Tata Steel. I'll give you, the perspective of both Tata Steel as well as 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃, the journey that we had taken. And I think I'm lucky that Rahul has given a crash course on procurement, and Harsh has given the 𝗍𝗶𝗏𝗺 perspective. So we have already embarked upon 𝗍𝗶𝗏𝗺. So whatever he has claimed, Rahul, I don't know, are you there? Sorry, Harsh. So Harsh will, I mean, all of you can check that whatever he has claimed on 𝗍𝗶𝗏𝗺, how much we have actually implemented. So that you can see. So glimpses of that you can see. So before coming here, that I am going to speak here, one of my colleagues said that, okay, now tell me what is digitization, what is digitalization. I think you are also talking about. I was about to tell him that, okay, Google it, but then I stopped myself. If everything can be got from Google, then what we are for here, right? So, but then even now, even if you Google just now, you will not find the answer, I'll tell you. And interestingly, the answer lies in a traditional Oxford dictionary, which you never nowadays refer. And it says, digitization is nothing but simply converting analog to digital, any data. And digitalization is all about adopting more and more of digital technology. That's all about. So now, if that is so, if that is what the digitalization is all about, then what there is a BCG talks about that if a concern or a firm is not adopting digitalization, and for all the friends who have talked about digitalization, this is what BCG talks about. It says, what are the lost opportunities? It says that if you are not into digitalization, because either the, they can claim that, I think I remember 2000 when, 2001 I think, 2001 when we embarked upon SAP, right? And 97 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃, Tata Steel 2001. That time, in fact, people who are not into ERP, to them when they are talking, they are saying that as if they are absolutely digitized. People who are on SAP are absolutely digitized, and who are not, they are so and so. Later on, even SAP themselves realized that that is not sufficient, because later on Ariba came, because that point of time even the P2P was not even thought of. Just an SAP is as if it is enough. That's what it was thought about, but it was not like that, and there was an enormous challenges. So what Tata Steel did was, because Ariba kind of thing was not there, and they have already started and adopted SAP so fast, they had to go for in-house solution. They have to get a homegrown solution for e-procurement. That is about Tata Steel. For 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃, of course, we are embarking on 𝗍𝗶𝗏𝗺. Now coming to BCG, it is talking about what? Like people are talking about ROI, fine, I'll adopt, but then what is my ROI? So it is saying, even apart from your ROI, the opportunities that you are missing out is at least 5 to 10% on cost savings. Of course, you can have various definition of cost savings, but here straight I am talking about something which is hitting EBITDA. We are having a initiative called Lakshya, which is also a Shikhar initiative in Tata Steel, which is primarily an EBITDA initiative, and procurement is having major contribution towards that, in the sense that we had a EBITDA 25 crore target 3 years back, and procurement, there are some 7-8 streams. Manufacturing is a stream, supply chain is a stream, Procurement is also a stream who is also contributing to EBITDA. Our EBITDA, our contribution from this was something around 3 crores upon a buy of 120 crores. Isn't that huge? So this is the lost opportunity, 5 to 10%, and it is also talking about the lost opportunity of not only cost savings but also on, very interesting, on even productivity improvement of 30 to 50%. That's BCG, I'm not talking. And apart from this, we talk about speed, we talk about end-to-end visibility, we talk about so many things, but then I think our friends have also covered innovation you are missing out, risk, risk you are missing out, then horizontal deployment you are missing out, many things you are missing out. So then now let us see that if let's say we are missing out on this and we are embarking on the journey, then what are the things that we are going to look at? At least I can share that what we had looked at. You might have your own strategy, you might have your own way of thinking. At least I'll share the practical things that we have adopted, how we have adopted, etc. That's the journey I'm going to talk about. My agenda is very simple. A little bit of how the evolution has taken place. I will not take, I think everybody knows about that. Principles of digital transformation, procurement at 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃, vendor management, agile insights, smart warehousing, and all this. The last one is very important, 4E system. This part I am not explaining much because I think everyone knows this, because some of my friends say that if you are saying that industry 3 is about electronics, or 2 is about he's a mechanical engineer, so are you saying that I am kind of like I'm not part of industry 4.0? Yes, you are part of industry 4.0, but then point is you have to now come to this 4.0 where digitalization is a way of things. So now straight away I am coming without wasting time. This is exactly where I want to highlight how we have gone about, and these are all actually we have done. Like focus on business value. In case of let's say TSDPL, our VMV, vision, mission, values, if you combine that, first is to become benchmark in service industry, in service excellence. So if my value is service excellence, not EBITDA, then my strategy will be different. My adoption of technology will be different, right? If I'm looking at EBITDA, then my technology will be little different. So this is what first I have to look at. Next is what I am looking for, the transformation of of my systems. Whether I'll take just one by one, like as of now, most of the companies you will have nowhere you will have end to end. Somewhere there is hybrid model is there. Either ARP is there somewhere, and there is some e-procurement is there. Still some processes are going manual, maybe at payment level or whatever. So whether you want to integrate all of them together or you want to go one by one, but we said in case of 𝗍𝗿, we said that let us take everything together. That's the approach we have taken. Third is the capability. This is where this was really very kind of a problem for us, because in case of particularly Tata Steel, when you are having diverse locations and you are also taking new companies into your account where the procurement process are totally at different levels. So capabilities are not there. So how you are adopting a technology, but whether you have a capability or not. So now a new system has been already developed that okay, you go for the technology, but at the same time parallelly you also have a separate setup which is actually channelized for building the capability of this, so that all are at, when you start, then there is no such gap to start. And the fourth is scale deployment. Of course, this is quite clear. I don't have to explain that. Fifth is very important. All done, 1, 2, 3, 4 done, but ultimately, again, you are digitalizing everything. Then are you also finding out what is the result of this digitalization? Where exactly you are improving? So for that part also has to be digitized, isn't it? It's not that your entire process is digitized, but your result is not digitized. That cannot, then there is no point. So how we have digitized this process? There is a 𝗲𝗺 system, I'll explain you that. I think most of the procurement professionals are fully aware of all this. The sourcing levers, the moment we are asked, any of the procurement guys are asked that how you bring value to the table, then you talk about all this. I think they will rattle it out, saying that okay, we can do vendor substitution, we can do process substitution, we can do VMI, we can do whatever, reverse auction, long-term contract, e-procurement, consolidation, TCO, all this we have been doing. But the point is, everything was done separately. Why? When we look at, let's say, for example, let's say you look at long-term contracts. Now, long-term contracts, in our case, there is somebody who is sitting at Mumbai and he is trying to consolidate all the company's requirement and doing it. So there is a separate entity. So all these entities are different. Somebody is doing, let's say VMI, he is different. Reverse auction. Reverse auction, you are not doing in an integrated platform. We have, that time we had hired some agency doing something and we are feeling that we are doing great. Now, all this together, how we can do in one platform was a challenge. And that's how we have embarked upon 𝗍𝗿𝗺, in fact. So our implementation is going to be on, I think, very soon. This is August, in 12th of September. So most of the groundwork has happened. So therefore, what I am going to show you is basically thinking that it has been implemented. So there might be questions I may not be able to answer because actual thing has not happened yet. This is what I think some figures are there, like we have 9 processing units, 15 distribution centers, 1,000 active vendors, 20 customers, 3,000 plus contractual management. So this is very, very large, 7,000 purchase orders, material, service, whatever. So we have been talking about, but what I'll highlight is the challenges which we faced before and how that has been mitigated now. For example, digital vendor onboarding, I think most of my past speakers have talked about. This is, I think you have talked about. Mr. Yogal talked about that, now this is green. That's what you said, right? This is green. Now, this is not working. Pointer is not working, right? Okay, never mind. So in digital vendor onboarding, we have done it. Safety management is, I think, one of the very, very challenging to make it digital. Safety management is there because part of it is you are embarking on ISO 45000. Now the vendors that you are taking, we have a very, very elaborate contract safety management system. Now how to bring that contract safety management system into digital platform is a challenge, but we have done it. How we have done it and the challenges I am just covering. Electronic RFX bid management, everything is happening. Electronic procurement portal, everything happening. I mean, in the 𝗍𝗿𝗺 now. Digital vendor management inventory portal, that is very important because VMI you can think of, but how to integrate with your system between you and the party, that is a big thing. I don't think many of you, or I think few of you would be doing this. Perhaps, I don't know. Then help desk services and call management system, e-billing process. Now e-billing, I think many speakers were talking about, you will be always have this issue. Some people will do e-billing, some people will not do e-billing, right? The people who will not be doing e-billing, for them, people who are doing hard copy invoices, for them also how we are digitizing that. So through all this OCR and things like that we are doing in 𝗍𝗿𝗺, that has been already in place now. So from indenting to ordering, the full flow. So there is a tool to aggregate the demand. So basically, if you have various plants, so whether the RFQ levels, are you using a tool to aggregate, or you are doing manually? Whether there is an absolute Excelization or there is a tool. So we thought that there must be a tool. We are also using a tool This is very interesting. This tool is called text analytics tool. Means we have, let's say, 2-3 companies. 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃 is one, 𝗫𝗺𝗍𝗂𝗶 is one. 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, 𝗫𝗺𝗍𝗂𝗶 is one. So the text analytics is taking care of at the material code level, and then getting it. Reverse auction, again, it was done previously on a like in a rented platform. Now it is done end to end. So all these are online negotiation dashboard is there, analytics is coming from there. So negotiation is just not a negotiation as a strategy, but negotiation as a futuristic tool, that how we can do in future. The similar kind of negotiation happens if there are various kinds of vendors, how you do with that. There can be traditional vendors like wood, there can be vendors like transporters. And transportation is a major challenge, because most of them say that, okay, fine, we might be doing a 5 crore of business or a 10 crore business, but still we may not come to a digital platform. That there can be a situation. Then of course, vendor performance management. I think this has been covered, like your safety. But other than this, vendor performance, we have a very, very elaborate system which was there already as a kind of offline. Offline it was there, now it has been digitized. So it was not covering only quality, safety, and their performance. It is now also taking care of their green initiatives as well, which has been covered. Okay, so quickly, then we are talking about ASN for material dispatch, etc. Then what is that called? Inbound delivery is there before actual GRN. That means you are basically preventing what? You are preventing that after GRN, again you are not kind of sending back the material if it is not right. So before that, the decision is made, so that it is it's a one-step show. Vehicle tracking has to be integrated with your online platform, and of course extended warehousing management online. This is also important. Online contract management. This is again part of our 𝗫𝗿𝗂𝗈. Quality assurance portal in S4HANA is already there with us. So these are the problems which were faced. Offline forms, all these were there. So now everybody is in one platform. They can self-register themselves, and all this has happened. I think this is what is the actual thing which is happening on 𝗫𝗿𝗂𝗈 platform, presently happening. So for all these, because of this technology, now that all the vendors are going through a smoother process, it is advanced business applications are also there for them. Then next is contract management. I think contract management is something which is a challenge for all procurement professionals, because of one thing. One is that when the contract expires, whether you are taking action at the right time or not, every time contracts get extended. This is my experience. Most of the big contract gets extended, and by the time it is extended, the price goes up. So all these are very, 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 very tricky issues, and you always come with a, extension after extension and approval after approvals. So all these are now stopped, because now it is giving you 3 months before and all those kind of, thing, and also it is, this visualization is there, analytics is there. It's already there, actually there. I'm not saying that it will be there. My statement is it is there. So you're doing it. Then digital negotiations. I think I don't have to say much on this. I think everybody is aware. This is only just a snapshot. You can see that how we are doing it. So all these are happening. This is what the end-to-end thing happening, from supplier to the spend analysis. Spend analysis, I think somebody has just, on the strategic sourcing side, this is very important. And 𝗫𝗺𝗐 system, this is perhaps my last slide. Yeah. So this is something which I talked about in the first slide. That is, you adopt a digitalization, not digitization. Why? Yeah, so how you are kind of finding that whether your journey or your digitalization has actually giving you benefits or not. This is one system, 𝗲𝗺𝗍 system. Of course, it is another cloud system, which all our KPIs of procurement, whether it is PRPO, whether it is stock, whether it is OTIP, on-time delivery, everything, GRN cycle, payment to PR to PO cycle, PO to payment cycle, all these are there in this dashboard. This is again integrated to the main system. So this is where the benefit is coming, actual benefit. So to sum up, I am saying you are all know about VUCA world, but I am saying the world can be VUCA, but your process should not be VUCA. Let the external world be VUCA, right? So let there be vulnerability, let there be uncertainty, let there be complexity, ambiguity, whatever, but we can make it or make it upside down. And so therefore I am saying you can be a victor altogether by changing this 𝗍𝗂𝗈𝗂 into this: A for adoption, C for collaboration, U for user friendly, V for system aligned, value aligned, etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a fantastic presentation. Please stay back, sir. I know you people might be having questions, but sir is around, so get hold of him when he's having his lunch. Okay. Can I request Nitin Gupta, sir, on stage, please, to hand over the memento?